y'all, it's Cheryl. Welcome back to the channel. Today I have the final what sold video for the month of March 2024. This video will be covering the week of Sunday, March 24th through Saturday, March 30th. So if that sounds good to you, just keep watching. So the week of Sunday, March 24th through Saturday, March 30th, I decided to do this video a little bit differently. Instead of covering each and every item that's sold, I'm going to cover my top 10 and then also my one lowest sale of the week. I call that my lesson learned, and I got that from Gretchen. She's the Restless Thrifter here on YouTube, so you can go and follow her channel if you don't already. But let's just go ahead and jump in. So my we'll start from the bottom and go up. So my 10th best sale of the week is this. Let me scoot over so I can put the screenshots in to the video right here. So the first thing is this Columbia jacket men's large gray fleece. This had zero cost of goods because it came from my family's closet. It sold on Poshmark for $15. There was not a shipping discount on this one because this was an offer sent to me from the buyer. So my profit on this was $12 and it was listed for 42 days. Next, I have this Dress Barn dress, women's, size 24W, black and white polka dot sleeveless. This was also zero cost of goods. This came from my mother. It's sold on eBay for $15.25. My profit on this one was $12.14, and it sold in 81 days. The next item, and we are going from, these are my top 10 sales for the week, and I'm going from, so like the 10th, 9th, 8th, and then the last one we cover will be the best sale of the week. So the next item is this pair of Ariat or Ariat, I still don't know how to say that word correctly, jeans, women, size 16, perfect rise straight Daphne hemmed. And I put in the description to see the photo with the close-up of the aftermarket hem and to also notice the measurements. My cost of goods on this was $7.70. This came from Goodwill and it sold on Poshmark for $25. No shipping discount on this one. My profit was $12.30 and it sold in 34 days. Next is this pair of Raffaella curvy women's capri pants, black, white, size 8 petite. These belong to my mother, so zero cost of goods. They sold on eBay for $15.60 and my profit was $12.70 and these sold in 81 days. Next is this Scooby-Doo overall dress, girls, size extra small, 4-5, missing drawstring. And I put in the description that the drawstrings to lace up the sides are missing. This came from the bins for $1.57 was my average cost of goods that day. Sold on eBay for $17.98. My profit was $13.24 and it sold in 14 days. Next is this Karen Kane women's medium animal print sleeveless maxi dress. This came from the bins, $1.06 was my cost of goods. It sold on eBay for $19.28. My profit was $14.86. I don't know how long I had this. If you watched me before, you know that I started using Vendoo in December. And there is a Vendoo link in the description box if you're interested in signing up. You can get a discount using that link. But I started using Vendoo in December, and that's when I started tracking like how long things have been listed. Prior to that, I was using a spreadsheet. And so I don't have that information. Sometime before December is all I can tell you at this point. This dress has since then been returned to me for fit. And it was an eBay sale, and you know, eBay does allow return for fit. The buyer did reach out to me and told me that it didn't fit and she didn't know how to do a return. And I know some sellers will be like, well, you know, that's their problem or whatever, but I don't want anybody that buys from me to not be happy with their purchase. So I did explain to her how to do a return on eBay, and she literally got it one day and shipped and reached out to me that same day, and it was in the mail back to me the next day. So I don't believe that she wore it or whatever, but it did have a pretty good like perfumey smell. So I guess maybe she just had that much perfume on when she was trying it on. I don't know. But at this point, I'm faced with trying to get the perfume smell out of it. So as we speak, it's soaking in OxyClean, and I'm hoping that that'll work. If not, I guess I'll put it in the freezer. I'll spray it and let it sit out in the sun. I'll try all the things, and maybe, I don't know. We'll see. But I'll get it relisted at some point. But she did give me a positive review because I helped her. I explained to her how to do the return. So at least I got that out of it. And also, while we're talking about returns on eBay, I don't cover the shipping cost. So when someone returns, so I charge a flat rate shipping, which is $6.60 for anything that weighs under a pound, which this would. And then, so the buyer pays the shipping. And then if they return something to me, they pay the shipping again. So, and then I don't refund the shipping. So the buyer pays the shipping both directions is what I'm trying to say. Hopefully that makes sense. So I only refund the cost of, or the purchase price of the item. So anyway, that'll be relisted soon. Next, we are at the 4th best sale of the week. So this, another pair of Ariat jeans. These are women's size 28S trouser with a frayed hem. These came from the bins for $1.54. They sold on Mercari for $16.64. This was my first Mercari sale since they went to the 0 fees. And I think this was actually the very first day of 0 seller fees. So they sold for $16.64. So that is the amount that came to me, minus my cost of goods. So my profit is $15.10. And these were listed for 29 days. My 3rd best sale of the week is this pair of Crocs, men's size 9, women's size 11, black clogs. Again, these were 0 cost of goods because they belong to my son. He rarely ever wore them. And then when I asked him about it one day, he was like, yeah, I'm not going to wear those. So I just sold them. They sold on Poshmark for $26 with discounted shipping. My profit was $18.78, and they were listed for 106 days. The 2nd best sale of the week was this pair of Ralph Lauren pants, women's size 12, snake skin print zip ankle. These came from the bins for $1.01. Sold on eBay for $26.18. My profit was $19.94, and they were listed for 86 days. And the best sale of the week was this pair of True Religion jeans, men's size 38-34, but the inseam measures 32. Billy Big T, and I put well worn. So I did put that in the description, not only, or in the title and the description, not only the discrepancy on the inseam, but also that they were well worn. And then I put an additional note in the description that said there's a spot beside the pocket shown in photo number 5, and also that the hem is fraying. I had 0 cost of goods on this pair of jeans as well, because these were given to me by a coworker of my husband's who knows that I resell clothing, so she just sent them on to me. I guess she was going to donate them. They sold on Poshmark for $38 minus discounted shipping, and my profit was $28.38, and these sold in 27 days. So those are my top 10 sales for the week. Now my lesson learned for the week is this Simply Southern drape blouse, women's extra large pink, blue, new with tags. I got this at a yard sale last summer for $2, and I remember this yard sale. She had a lot of Simply Southern stuff, and she was selling all of it for $1 if it wasn't new with tags and $2 if it was new with tags. And most of it was t-shirts, you know, the normal Simply Southern. They normally have like graphic tees with stuff on the back. And then this one item was a blouse, and I thought it would do pretty good, but it's the last thing from that yard sale. I probably bought 10 pieces from her that day, and this is the last one. So, well, now that I think about it, I might still have one t-shirt left, but I know it's been sitting here. So it's either the very last one or the next to the last one. I can't really say for sure. But anyway, $2 cost of goods on it. I was just glad to see it go. So I sent out, this was on a Sunday, and I sent out waterfall offers, if you've heard me talk about those before. And so this sold for $8, and I think that was a 50% offer minus the discounted shipping. So my profit was $1.03. At least it wasn't a negative, because I've had those before. But it's gone, and I can spend that dollar on something better. Hopefully I'll spend it on something better. Yeah, so that was my lesson learned for the week. So now let's go over my totals for the week. My sales were $393.41, which is up from the week before, minus my platform fees and shipping discounts was $89.02, and then minus my cost of goods for the items that sold this week, which was $40.92. So my profit for the week is $263.47, which is up from the week before. My average selling price for this week was $15.74, which is also up, and I had 25 sales this week, which was up. So this being the last week of March, I want to go over my monthly numbers. As you know, I am on, I have a goal to raise my ASP as well as raise my monthly profit. And I would actually say at this point, the ASP is actually just a way to reach that goal. The actual goal is to raise our monthly profit. My husband and I are hoping to replace at least half his income by March of 2026. So that's the direction that we're going. So just to recap, in the month of January, my profit for that month was $641.18. In February, of course, it's a shorter month, my profit was $616.18. And for the month of March, I'm happy to say we had a profit of $905.83. So definitely moving in the right direction. I'm happy with that. At this point, I would like to set a goal for April to try to break that $1,000 a month profit. Try to break through that threshold, and hopefully I can do that in April. If not, we'll try again in May. But as long as we're going up, then we're going in the right direction. I did try to do for the month of March the weekly What Sold videos, but I have figured out that my time is time's better spent focusing on my business and listing more and trying to get those sales. And so, sorry, I had a phone call. I was trying to do the weekly What Sold videos for the month of March, but I have figured out that my time is better spent focused on listing items and getting the sales, because that's where the money is. I need to work my business, and I do have a full-time job, so time is limited. So I am going to go back to the monthly What Sold videos like what I did for January and for February, but I'll be sprinkling in some other videos as well. So I hope that you understand my reasoning behind that. I'm not going away, but I'm just not going to do the weekly What Solds anymore. It's a little bit time consuming, and I just have other things I need to be doing with my time in order to grow the business and get that monthly profit number up. So that is it for this week's video. I know it was a little bit shorter. I appreciate you for coming. I appreciate you for watching. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. Like the video if you liked it, and share it if you think it's worth sharing. And I will see y'all next time. Bye.